Let's start with that breaking news we're watching for you at the top of this hour. The Prime Minister of Slovakia, Robert Fico, has been shot and wounded today after a cabinet meeting in the central town of Handlova. That's around 150 kilometres from the capital, Bratislava. He is now, we're told, being treated in hospital, and local media is reporting 4 shots were fired at the scene and at least 1 hit the Prime Minister. Well, let's talk now to Ian Willoughby. He joins us from Prague in the neighbouring Czech Republic. Ian, look, good to talk to you about all of this. Just tell us, first of all, what's your understanding of what's happened today?
Well, from what I know of what happened, Mr. Fico was in this town, the small town of Handlova, for a cabinet meeting at a community centre in Handlova. And after the meeting, he came out and was speaking to members of the public. And it was a calm scene. And then evidently somebody started shooting at Mr. Fico. As you reported, they say that there were 3 or 4 shots that evidently hit him. There were reports that he had a bloody injury on his chest and also on his head. When that happened, he was swiftly pushed into his car. He was kind of stumbling. There has been some video footage on social media. He was stumbling a little bit. He was helped into the car by a group of bodyguards, and they whisked him away. Apparently, he was then taken by helicopter to a local hospital where he is receiving treatment. But the assailant in this case was apprehended. There's also video doing the rounds of him being caught, or that person being caught. And it is believed as yet that there was only 1 person involved in this shooting incident in Slovakia.
Is there any word at this stage, Ian, as to what's happening with this medical treatment for Fico? Do we know how he's doing?
No, we don't know how he's doing. I'm sure there could be a lot of speculation, but as of yet, everyone's waiting to see what state he's in. He obviously has received emergency treatment in this hospital near this town of Handlova, or within flying distance of this town of Handlova. And it could be some time before we know what state he's in. But he was shot, reportedly shot, not reportedly shot dead. And what I could see from the video footage, he was not standing, but he wasn't prone completely. He was helped into the car and whisked away by his team. And I guess it could be a little bit of time before we know what state he is in right now.
The Reuters news agency is saying it's spoken a short while ago to the spokesperson for the Interior Ministry in Slovakia, and they are calling this an assassination attempt on Robert Fico. Perhaps just give us a little context here. Can you remind us who Fico is, the kind of politician he is?
Well, Fico is quite a controversial politician. He's a populist. He was served previously as Prime Minister of Slovakia, but was forced out following some scandals surrounding the murder of a young journalist and his girlfriend. And he was kind of in the political wilderness in Slovakia for some time before making a comeback and being elected Prime Minister last September. He heads a populist nationalist government, and his policies have been quite populist since he came into power. He was immediately he said that the Slovaks would no longer provide military aid to Ukraine. He is seen by critics as being pro-Russian, perhaps in the same kind of area of politics as Viktor Orban in Hungary, that kind of populist politician. And more recently, he has been trying to do away with the public broadcaster in Slovakia, the Slovak radio and TV station that has been in place there for years. And there have been protests against that move to dissolve the national broadcaster. He certainly is a controversial politician, but of course, as of yet, we have no idea if that was the reason why somebody evidently did attempt to take his life today in this assassination attempt in the town of Handlova.
Ian, thank you very much indeed, Ian Willoughby, talking to us there. And just an update then on the health of Robert Fico, a spokesperson, again speaking now to the Reuters news agency, saying that the Prime Minister was conscious when he arrived in hospital after that shooting. More on that when we have it.